Well, hey there, and welcome to the Soul Sister channel. On this Sunday, August the 20th, my name is Kat. I have your astrological spiritual forecast and guidance going from today through Saturday the 26th. And we have two big energy shifts this week. We have the sun moving into the Virgo. We also have Mercury going retrograde, both on Wednesday. So that's going to be the main focus of my little talk this morning. But just to get us through the rest of the week, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, they are going to be days where we are really having some issues with relationships with our partner, our family, our friends on Sunday, and then on Monday in the workplace. And Tuesday, it's like our buttons are getting pushed all day long. Somebody is pushing our buttons and really getting into our deep emotional trauma. So we have on Sunday, and we come into this week, we're feeling self-confident, we're ready to go. Whatever it was that have been working on, it's moving through. But then on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, it's like hold the phone. And it's not really about the work that we're doing, it's just about the relationship. So people don't want to change. People want their own, they want to stick with their own opinion and perceptions, their own beliefs, and they are interested in expanding their horizon. And if we push it, which we may, because it's a Leo energy that's in conflict, we're going to get our buttons pushed, like I said, on Tuesday, emotional triggers, and we're just going to feel really offended and beat down. If we don't utilize the energy the way we're supposed to and just back off and stay close to the vest and keep our work to ourselves and keep working on it. Then we come to Wednesday. Wednesday is our big day. It's the sun in Virgo, and then Mercury is at home in Virgo. It rules Virgo, and it's going retrograde. So let's talk about Virgo. Virgo is an earth energy, very grounded, very practical. It is a feminine energy, so it takes everything in and works with it. It's also a mutable energy. It can adjust and make changes on its way to make things flow a little bit better. The archetypes for the Virgo energy is the servant, the martyr, the analyst, the perfectionist, and the virgin. And the virgin is about purity. And that is the goal of the Virgoian energy, is finding purity in its life, finding perfection in its life. The Virgo energy can see the perfection. It's just got to get from here to the perfection. And that's where we sometimes can run into trouble, because the Virgoian energy is most self-critical. So while it's striving for perfection, it's criticizing self, of how the self falls short. And when that happens, when the Virgoian energy starts focusing on the self and the detriment of the self, and not living up to the Virgo's ideals, then it projects itself outwards as in criticism, as in judgment, and righteousness. So the Virgo needs to stay focused on perfection and being able to get there. The Virgoian energy needs to accept self, exactly where we're at with all our imperfections, and work with that instead of either denying it or pushing it down or feeling unworthy because of it. So that's a pretty tricky wicket for that Virgoian energy. And the best way to express the Virgoian energy is through selfless service. The Virgo needs to work in some area that it feels that it is being of service to others, no matter what it is. You can be a garbage man and be of service to others. You can be a CEO and be of service to others. But whatever work the Virgoian energy gets into, it must be meaningful. It must fill the need to be of service. Otherwise, that Virgoian energy will just implode on itself in self-criticism, unworthiness, and then it just becomes real, like I said, critical, very judgmental, very righteous. Now, the Virgo energy is an earth energy, and it's very organized. It's very detail-oriented. So it is really focused on reality. It can see the beautiful future ahead for itself, where it wants to go, but it's also attuned to what's going on right now. And so it kind of sees the reality of today in working with moving forward towards perfection. So that's the Virgo energy in a nutshell. It's also about our health. So we must be balanced in all aspects of our health. Mental, emotional, spiritual, physical. And that is another goal, that perfection, right? That balance. So Virgo is also focused on the health of the body, spirit, mind, emotions, all of that. Now, so we have the sun in Virgo. So these aspects of the Virgo energy are going to be highlighted this month. But we have Mercury in Virgo going retrograde. So what's going to happen is, if any of these areas in our life is out of balance, whether it be our physical being, our emotional being, our mental being, our spiritual being, Mercury retrograde is going to give us a chance to look at those aspects of our life and to see what we can do to bring those into balance. Now, Mercury is about communication. It's about learning. It's about sharing information. So we can review where we're at as far as the sun in Virgo. Where are we at as far as, are we moving toward our ideal, our perfection? Are we moving toward, are we in the work that brings us fulfillment, that allows us to be of service to others? These are the questions that we need to ask ourselves during this Mercury retrograde so that we can review them, and we have this great Virgo energy. We can adjust, we can realign, and we can make some changes so that we can embrace our work towards our perfection, whatever that is for us. It's different for everyone. And depending on the Virgo energy in our chart, our natal chart, if that's going to determine how we tend to utilize this energy. Do we tend to utilize it to move forward, to grow and evolve? Or are we challenged in this energy, continuing to self-criticize and project our unworthiness on others? These are things we need to look at within ourselves this month with the sun in Virgo. Now, Mercury's going to be retrograde until September the 15th. So we really want to use this time to make any realignment, any readjustments in our work, in our life that better reflects our work, that brings us happiness, fulfillment, and purpose, because that is so important with this Virgo energy. And what do we need to do to balance our health? Do we need to meditate more? Do we need to go to the gym more, or at all? Should we start going to the gym? Do we need to work on our eating habits and eat more nutritionally? Do we need to talk about some emotional traumas or some worries that we have with either someone we trust or with a counselor or minister or something like that? That is the work of this energy. So it's a really interesting day on Wednesday. But for us, we need to be aware of what our goal is, where we are going, what we want, and what we need to do to get there. And we need to remember, don't sit there and self-criticize. Accept ourselves for who we are and work from there. Take a lot of time during this period. This Mercury retrograde is a great time for meditation, no matter how you want to do it. You know, I always like to say guided meditation or a regular meditation. You can use the deep breathing and the affirmation from this video. You can take a walk. You can ride your bike. You can work in the garden. You can listen to whatever music that sends you into your creativity. I think I mentioned it doesn't have to be classical. It can be rock and roll too, or country, whatever it is that brings you to that place of quiet and centering. So we can take a look at how we need to improve not only our health, but how are we communicating? Are we projecting our unworthiness on others? Do we need to accept ourselves fully, even though we don't like everything we see about ourselves, and work there instead of projecting it on others? Do we need to find work in our lives that is fulfilling and joyful and not this day in and day out humdrum? If that Virgo and energy, that'll take it down into the rabbit hole right now. If we're in a job that is just dead end and it's not bringing us any joy, any fulfillment, any happiness. These are the things I want us to look at this week, and especially through September 15th. Now, on Thursday, things pick up and we find that we are productive. We can be more productive again. So let's put some of the ideas that from Wednesday and the ideals from Wednesday, let's put them to work on Thursday. Let's join the gym. Let's go buy better food that is more nutritious. Let's make sure we're doing our daily meditation. If we do the work of Virgo, we're going to find that our lives are moving much more smoothly and we're much more in the flow, and we're much happier as well. So Thursday's the day to continue working on the plans that we've been working on that have had some, we got to start implementing them last week. And this week, at the beginning of the week, we're kind of shut down. We can start working on those again on Thursday, because the support is going to be there. The support and the buy-in is going to be there on Thursday. Also on Thursday, it's a great date night. So is Saturday, but Thursday is our big date night this week. Friday we have the moon in Sagittarius. We also have a nice trine between the moon in Sagittarius, Venus and Leo, Chiron and Aries. So it's a good flowing energy. We're into our passion. It's fiery. We're excited about the work we've been doing in the last couple of days, and we're ready to move forward, and even on that project the last couple of weeks, right? So we're feeling good, we're feeling confident, and we're ready to expand and move forward. And then on Saturday, we have the moon goes into Capricorn, so it's a good day. And then we have some nice aspects with the moon in Virgo, so it's a good day to get that work done, whatever it is that we're reviewing within ourselves, to get started and to be detailed and organized and get a plan together. It's also a great day to organize, to straighten up, and we'll have a good date night. If the moon is in Capricorn, so it's earthy, so I'm thinking some good food. I always am thinking of food. Good food solves everything. Good food, or doing something that is physical besides that, doing something physical. And hey, we can go out and help someone today who needs some assistance. Since we're in our Virgo and wanting to be of service, we could do that together as well, and then go out and have a nice dinner together. So that is the scoop for the week. That's the energy for the week. What we're going to do now is we're going to get started, as we always do, by becoming balanced, aligned, and connected to our higher selves by taking our 3 deep cleansing breaths. And this week we'll begin our affirmation for the sun in Virgo. Let's take our 3 deep cleansing breaths. Let's take the first one. On this first deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our physical etheric bodies. Second breath. On this second breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our emotional astral bodies. Let's take one more. On this third deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our mental bodies, both higher and lower. We visualize all the darkness, all the negativity, all the toxicity. It's flowing out of our bodies, flowing away, and in its place we're being filled with this incredible light made up of white light, love, and goodwill. Not only does this light fill our entire bodies with light, but it is protecting us from all evil, all low vibration, all negativity, which is being deflected back to its source. Now, while we're in this space of white light connected with our higher self, we are going to say our Sun in Virgo affirmation. I embrace my true self and my work. I shine my light out into the world. We'll say the affirmation together, and then we'll stay in this space of white light connected with our higher selves for 5 seconds. Let's say the affirmation together. I embrace my true, authentic self and my work. I shine my light out into the world. Good work. So there it is, embracing our true, authentic self, embracing it, not criticizing ourselves, not putting ourselves down, but embracing who we are and where we're at in our work. If our work is not bringing us joy, fulfillment, and happiness, we need to take a look at it. Doesn't have to necessarily be the work that brings us an income, okay? Our work can be that of a mother. Our work can be that of a caregiver. But whatever it is, it needs to be fulfilling us. And especially with this Virgo energy, giving us the ability to be of service to others. That's so important. So come see me on Facebook at Soul Sister Cat for my daily inspirational messages and quirky memes. And if you like the message of the Soul Sister channel of being accountable for our own reality and consciously creating it, then please pass it around. so that we can get the idea that it's not happening to us. We are responsible for our outer and our inner world. Make it a great week. Remember the first half, the first until Wednesday. Don't get our buttons. Don't get our buttons pushed. Don't be offended. Honor the other, but don't be upset if our project or our plan is not being embraced fully at the beginning of the week, because Thursday is our day. Thursday is our day, as well as a good date night on Thursday. And then Wednesday, Sun in Virgo, Mercury retrograde in Virgo, joining Mars also in Virgo. It is get in touch with our Virgo energy week. So make sure that we're taking a look at, are we moving toward our best life, and what are we doing to get there? Have a great week. Namaste.